Hello friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will talk about the vaccination update in the Philippines. So finally, this Sunday, the Philippines will receive its first vaccines legally. So which vaccine is it and where does it come from? So the first vaccine will be the Sinovac Biotech vaccines. It is 600,000 worth of doses and it is donated by China. It will arrive on Sunday and immediately the day after, they will start rolling their vaccination. Because according to the presidential spokesperson, the Filipinos are very excited.
Itong linggong po ito ang Sinovac. Kaya po excited na tayong lahat. Maraming salamat po muli sa Sinovac at sa China dahil sa parating na paunang bakuna para sa mga Pilipino.
Sinovac shots will kick off the government's COVID-19 vaccination program, with healthcare workers in Metro Manila, Cebu, and Davao to be prioritized for the jabs. The military will also receive 100,000 doses for the two-shot vaccine. However, the FDA does not recommend this vaccine, Sinovac, for healthcare workers due to its low efficacy rate of 5.50% for those who are constantly exposed to COVID-19. So the government clarified that medical frontliners will not be forced to get inoculated with this vaccine, so they can choose what vaccine they prefer. Now, a day after the Philippines receives the Chinese vaccine, the Philippines will receive AstraZeneca vaccines developed by the University of Oxford, which are sourced from the World Health Organization COVAX facility. The AstraZeneca vaccine that will arrive on Monday will be part of the 5.2 million to 9.2 million doses or shots the Philippines expects to get from the COVAX facility. In a video message sent to palace reporters, the presidential spokesperson thanked the British Ambassador Pruce for expediting the shipment of the said vaccines. After getting the shots, the Filipinos will be issued a COVID-19 vaccine card. So last Monday, the Philippine Senate has adopted to replace the controversial terminology vaccine passport with COVID-19 vaccine card. As they said, the use of the term passport as it connotes or affects mobility and may be construed as discriminatory. On the other hand, the President has signed the COVID-19 Vaccination Program Act of 2021, which will allow speedy procurement of vaccines without having to go through public bidding. And also, this law will create an indemnity fund of 500 million pesos for those who may suffer severe adverse reaction after they are inoculated. So the government plan is to inoculate 50 to 70 million Filipino adults within 2021, just enough to reach the recommended 60% of the population scientists estimated was needed to reach herd immunity against COVID-19. The Philippine government is in talks to secure vaccines from 7 companies, including Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna, Novavax, Sinovac, Gamaleya, and Johnson & Johnson. So the COVID-19 vaccination timeline in the first quarter is only a mini rollout. So right now, it's only a mini rollout as it will cover 1.7 million healthcare workers along with other government frontliners who will be responsible for mounting the vaccine rollout in the coming months. On the second quarter, the target will be for those who are in the vulnerable sectors, including economic frontliners. So by this time, the government expects 10 to 15 million doses of vaccines to arrive in the country, on top of more vaccines to be supplied by COVAX. And during these months, supplies of AstraZeneca's vaccine ordered by the private sector and local government units are also expected to start arriving in the country. So there are companies in the Philippines who cannot wait for the government to vaccinate their own employees. They're actually buying the vaccines themselves. Also, local government units are procuring it by themselves, and the national government has given a go signal on that. I've heard San Miguel Corporation has procured for their employees. In the third quarter, the massive rollout begins. So at this point, we should expect the government vaccine rollout to be in full swing, as bulk of vaccines purchases should start arriving in the country. The number of doses to be made available in these months was somewhere between 30 million to 50 million, as Galvez said, and the amount would be enough to inoculate 25 million Filipinos. And based on negotiations, some of the vaccines that may be delivered during these months are those developed by U.S. pharmaceutical firms like Moderna and Novavax. And in the fourth quarter, the mass vaccination continues in these later months of the year, what Galvez described as the full rollout of vaccines, and continue as bulk of vaccines procured through negotiations will be delivered. So that is the plan, friends. 50 to 70 million Filipinos is quite ambitious, but that is the goal of the Philippines in order to achieve herd immunity. So storing and distributing will also be a challenge to the Philippines, as it is a group of islands. Health experts have also said that Filipinos' trust and confidence in vaccines may be the next challenge as the world battles the COVID disease pandemic. According to a Pulse Age survey report released this month, 47% of Filipinos said they would not get the COVID-19 vaccine, with safety concerns being the top reason. Our vaccination system has been really battered by controversies we've undergone in the past. At the root of this fear is a vaccine scandal that has plagued the Philippines for years. So rebuilding the trust of the people towards vaccines is critical to the future of Philippine health. So that is all I can give you guys about the vaccination process and timeline in the Philippines. For more updates, we'll make another video about that if there's any big news about the vaccinations in the Philippines and how it will affect the current restrictions. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and let me know if you have any inputs. Put down below so we can have a discussion. I'll see you again with another video. Bye.